Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Suited and Booted. I'm your host, Jarogba. To my left.
Lord Mahazi.
To my right.
Number 10.
What do I say after this part?
That went like, yeah, you didn't get rattled then.
Yeah, 'cause
so you're kind of
Two normal answers.
That was too normal for
What do I
the start of the
say
pod.
Before, after. Anyway.
Hey, we need more people on the 5-star train, man.
Yeah. Oh, great
We haven't
point,
forgot.
Jake. 5 stars on Spotify. Do it right now or bad luck will come your way. For all the wrestling fans out there, Danhausen, you are cursed. If you don't give us 5 stars on Spotify, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. We are putting out more YouTube content. If you haven't seen it already, Amateur Agents is live. Our first episode. It is chaotic. It is beautiful. For those who don't know what it is, I will explain again. It is the show where you send in your anonymous questions and we give you our really, really good advice. So it could be...
They give you really good advice, whoever those nut jobs
Yeah,
are.
or however, yeah. Sorry.
Lunatics,
Speaking in third person. It could be you want to date your captain's sister and it's going to ruin the morale of the team, but you really like her. Or it could be...
Or maybe you think it will help the team.
Or maybe you think it will help the team.
Yeah.
It could be you were promised $1,000 a week and now you're getting a Chavapi and a bottle of Coke. So how do you fix that? You come to us and we give you the answers you need. It's a new show every Sunday night on YouTube, 7 p.m. We will be helping you out with all your football problems, and we're going to make a lot of superstars out of this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just due to our advice. Also, check out our Patreon. We put up a poll the other week. Apparently, you guys just love when we talk absolute garbage. So we're going to keep doing that on there, but it is stuff you will never hear on the main pod. You will never hear these stories, these insights on the main pod, because sometimes it's a bit Big Brother after hours.
And I'm thinking we might release some info about what that March 19th thing was on this Patreon today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this week you might hear a little bit more information of why March 19th was such a big day.
Yeah. Can I turn that fan off? It's blowing on my throat. Pause. Thanks, Nicky.
Pause if ever.
How come you don't like it?
I was speaking about this at my Lebanese barbecue yesterday with my cousins. There's like this myth in like Arab culture. It's like cold air on you is not good. It makes you feel sick.
Yeah.
That's not a myth,
I used to
bro.
always I got sick once in Hong Kong and I was in bed for a week.
Because you can only get...
And I'm certain it's because I slept with the aircon on.
Well, yeah.
I missed 2 games. Couldn't train.
You can only get sick via bacterial virus. You can't get sick via cold air.
Yeah, but bro, surely you've slept in an air-conned room and then wake up with a blocked nose or scratchy throat.
That's what I'm saying.
Or even just a fan.
But I think it goes away during the day.
Yeah, okay, let's get a medical expert on here.
Oh, no, I am an expert in this.
You're qualified.
If I turn left and you're not in a lab coat.
Yeah. You know
Shut
why?
up, dude.
Because then, and I know it's a different length of time, because then you'd get sick if you were like playing football in the rain or doing an ice bath.
But what about this? What about if you've got the bacteria's already there?
Well, it makes it worse.
And then drying up your nose and stuff makes it worse.
It does make it worse. It doesn't cause it though.
Well,
he said, she said, tomato.
So you can't get like a flu off an aircon.
No, I just think that it can maybe, if you're on the edge, it's going to push you over.
Oh, it will push you over. It's not good.
I've been pushed over a few times.
hey, you know what? You're looking normal.
Oh, bro, you don't understand how good it is to feel normal right now.
Yeah.
To feel like I've got energy. I can sit here, have a conversation, just like be engaged.
What have you done for the past 10 weeks?
Well done on your achievement, bro.
Do you remember any of our convos from the past 10 weeks?
Yeah, I think I also, started to get a bit of dementia because of this whole process.
His voice had changed one week. When he said peasant Mahazi, his tone had, it's like that,
bro,
that had lost weight.
I couldn't talk properly. Like I couldn't, I had no air left in me.
Do you have the desired results you need?
Yep. So far.
So
I'm going like down the route, more even bigger goals.
Is it going to affect our business?
In a positive way, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I think, this week unfortunately, we're going to have to go to Macca's with Rashid.
We've got a Macca's vlog coming out.
Because now
I'd have to do it on Thursday.
Yeah, I think that's when we'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Sydney Macca's is as good as here, but
Well, that's
see.
that. Yeah,
you guys can be the judge of that. I can be the judge of what it's like to eat
Surely it's the
Macca's
same
once
thing.
every 6 years. How about so the Buddhas understand why it's so incredible for me to like be going to McDonald's. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I went and had a donut. Yesterday? 2 days ago, I went and had a donut.
You went and had a donut.
Then my mum calls me. Hey, Ma, what's going on? And she goes, oh, what are you doing? I go, I'm just having a donut. She goes, what are you having a donut for?
Yeah.
She almost had a meltdown. And then I said, well, next week we're going to go to McDonald's. And she was like, what?
Yeah.
And I go, Mum.
Can you
It's
tell
like, it's like the first time in 6 years. Surely it's okay. She's like, no, you should never be having that stuff.
Can you tell your mum it wasn't our idea? Because I have a
Yeah, we'll
feeling
tell her.
she
Yeah,
might
okay.
think it's our idea.
Yeah, you guys are bad influences on me.
Imagine your mum just like watching the antics of Jerome.
To be fair, my mum's on my ass all the time about like the other day I brought home some type of cake, and she walks into my room. She goes, "Fucking disgusting."
Yeah?
She goes, "Your brother shouldn't be eating that shit. Look at him."
Oh,
And
she
I-
doesn't like it.
Fuck
what
no,
you do.
my mum's healthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she hates when I bring home like donuts and
Yeah,
cronuts.
your parents
and
are
fucking-
fit.
That's why you eat in the car.
No shit. Yeah.
What does your dad
that
say
old
to that
chestnut,
stuff?
huh?
My dad couldn't give a flying bro. My dad does not give a fuck about anything.
Does he eat it, but?
Nah, he's on a diet now.
What is it?
He's just it's nothing crazy. He's just like cut out like because my dad's a fucking snacker.
Yeah.
He loves chocolate and chips and shit. So he's just not. All right.
Hey, we got to speak about our Friday night, man.
Yeah, we will. Just see if there's anything left on my checklist. Welcome. 5 stars on Spotify. Check out Patreon. Nah, we're good.
Say hello to boys.
Yeah, say hello to boys. Act like you care about their week. All right. Friday night. I'll let Jake take over in a sec. But I was excited because State League football is back, finally. And Sandringham is far from my house. I would love to go watch every game Jake plays, but it's like on the worst road. I have to travel on the worst road in Australia, aka North Road. If you know, you know. So
Yeah, that's a pretty bad road, bro.
it's 60/70 the whole way, and the lanes are thin. It's just shit.
You reckon worse than Warrigal?
Hell yeah.
You reckon worse than Punt?
Okay,
Bro,
let's
Punt.
It's punt-ish.
Yeah, okay.
punt doesn't go for that long.
Yeah.
Bro, Punt is fucked.
North Road literally goes from like, what is it? Friggin' the start of Oakley, even before that, to friggin' the beach.
Yeah. Have you been down Glen Huntly? Glen Huntly Road, bro, goes 40,
Yeah.
60 for about 30
10
meters,
seconds.
and then it goes 40 again.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible.
And trams.
And trams.
Okay, so apparently these are the most dangerous intersection, northeastern Melbourne. Oh, look, they're all in the west. Except for the last one, which is Mountain Highway, which is, Mountain Highway's a mess.
That sounds like a tough road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Dandenong Road and Warrigal Road in Malvern East. That's near the Macca's there.
Brother, that is that's the spot, bro. That's Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Dandenong
yeah.
Road.
Oh, yeah, it is, bro.
Daily traffic volumes,
Straight take your
100,000.
drift, bro, after midnight.
Anyway, the game was in Roeville, which is where I live. So I thought, fuck yeah, like, I'm going to go watch Jake playing Roeville. That's awesome. Friday
Round
night.
one, bro. Round one. Everyone's buzzing to be there. Finally, this preseason's done, man.
Yep. We're all G'd up. New Sandy team. Better Sandy team. And I get there with I got Hungry Jacks. And everyone's like, oh, why wouldn't you get anything from the fucking canteen? I was like, I don't know what they have here. So I got Hungry Jacks. And yeah, enjoying the game. I even told John to come. Max was there. My mates were there. Sadal. Fucking everyone was there. And then good game. 1-1. I thought Sandy would go on to win it. I'm not being biased because Jake's my friend. But I thought they would win it. And then what happens at the 59th minute, Jake?
Jake, come on. So I'm just running over to...
Was that Fahid's voice?
That's Fahid.
Yep.
Right.
That I was coming over. As I'm going past their bench, lights go out. Shut down and like zero lighting anywhere. So it's like pitch black in a park, about 150 people. And everyone's just like, what the fuck? The lights have gone off. mid-game, like 50, 60th minute. We were 1-0 up in the first half, then they scored straight after half-time. And like none of us knew what was going on or the rules or whatever. Apparently, the week before round one, a rule was flipped in State League where wherever the result lands at halftime, if the game like gets cancelled throughout the second half, it'll stay on the result. Like if you've played 45 minutes, the result's going to count. So I think it may be a draw, maybe able to be classed as a draw, but they tried to override whatever, like because I think the council own their lights.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming like they might have a timer on them or something, and they obviously might not be on as late, and maybe that was a fault.
I have inside word into Rowville, and that is what it is. And they genuinely, like, I don't think there's any foul play there.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, two things. The foul play is the negligence shown to any awareness that they've got a night game at 8:30.
Yeah,
like,
just standard State League disorganisation.
Yeah, well, just pick up the phone and say, hey, we've got a. So that's the best case scenario.
And that's a fire hazard as
like,
well.
You know, and that if that was the problem, then like someone at the council forgot to click into it, then they blame them. Then you can maybe say, okay, there was a fuck up, but like that seems like common sense. And then the other thing is someone from the Sandy end, one of their committee members, I think of Rowville, said that the council's been out today to check the timer on the lights are all good to go for tonight's game. So there's people on our side of the fence that think they might have done something shifty. Then the people on that side of the fence are telling our people on the side of the fence, who the F are you guys to tell us we're doing something shifty? And like they're content with the draw in a sense. And we're like, well, we've just lost 2 points for.
But hold on. So you said that your people on the Sandy side are trying to work out if there's any foul play from the Rowville side, right? But you also said that the rule has recently been changed so that it ends at halftime. Whatever the score was at halftime stands. So that means you win, no?
No. Well, it's after
halftime.
45
like
minutes.
if you played 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So whenever the game finishes, because it used to be 45 minutes wasn't enough. You'd have to go back and play it.
Yeah.
Right, like say 60 or 75, right? And oddly enough, like seemed like good blokes, Rowville guys, but like a lot of them knew that rule had flipped.
To be honest,
I didn't even know that was. The refs didn't even know that rule had changed. But the only reason, like it felt weird to people on the Sandy side was because they said that someone from the council had come and checked to make sure this wouldn't happen and approved it.
Yeah,
So-
I don't want to throw around allegations here, but at the same time, I think, if you know the lights are going to go out at 8, you wouldn't have a kickoff at 8:30,
Just playing the day.
or just play at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And
the fact that it's kicking off at 8:30 is already ridiculous.
yeah, so
Yeah.
late,
Ridiculous,
too late, bro.
I wanted to come watch. I'm like, my
Yeah,
bedtime's 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking coming out
Yeah,
there.
7. It should be. I know
It's
Friday
ridiculous.
night.
Maybe
they
that's why they turned them off. Let's go home, bro.
Yeah, let's go home. I was enjoying it, bro. I thought it was a tough game. Like, the two teams looked decent. Rowville Eagles looked better than last year, but like, bro, I was like, this is typical. And then I went to the Hampton Park game the next day, and there was a guy, I overheard a guy from Rowville Eagles talking, and a few people were like, oh, you turn the lights off, huh? And he's like, no, mate, all cancel. I was like,
But were you there when it happened at Dandenong Thunder? Were you there, bro? And then they had the punch on?
Yeah.
must
you know
have
the
been because of
story?
the Thunder.
I think it was Dandenong Thunder versus South Melbourne. And then I can't remember what the result was. It probably was on the news. And someone, like, people started to obviously say, you guys turn the lights off. And then someone hooked someone, bro.
Oh my
Genuinely.
God.
That's one way to do it.
Never heard of that. Don't know what you're talking about.
Did that happen? No, but what? So let me ask this though, right? From our end, so okay, it's council. They blame the council and so forth. But like, it's not definitely like you're in control of that relationship on the Rowville side, right? It's your ground. So should we be able to go back and play them again and play the whole game? B, should we be getting a result in our favour because like it's their mistake? Or 3, is it a draw?
I've got the answer.
Go, what's yours?
2 points to Sandy.
I would say 3 points to Sandy. Bro, you guys drive out there on a Friday night.
Thank you.
Play for freaking however many minutes. You're probably going to have to pay your players for being out there, and everyone comes from work, and you know people have got
Especially when you
kids
drive
and
too
shit.
Yeah.
and then they stuff up, they turn the lights off at half. Bro, you lose your points, bro.
Yeah.
All points.
Thank you. But
Yeah.
by the rule,
If you have to go and play again, how are you being compensated at all for their massive fuck up? Who hit who?
we're getting royally effed one way or the other for no reason. I genuinely agree.
Royally
they should
fucked.
lose that game. All right, mistake. Maybe no dodginess. Maybe there was dodginess. Either way, it's not our fault.
100%.
Your negligence, your mistake, your counsel.
Look,
100%.
I don't think they're. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that you guys got the shit end of the stick, like covered in shit. But I don't think like they're 1-1. And they could have went on.
Of the stick.
Yeah, no, that's
They coulda went on to win the game as well.
I tend to, yeah. But either way, like then
Even if it's just negligence, bro.
I would
you lose the 3
prefer. I would
points.
prefer if it was dodgy because the negligence is
worse.
How?
It's not worse.
How though?
Bro, imagine you're playing at the Bernabeu Champions League final.
Well, this is
Hard like
Park
60
Ridge Reserve.
minutes in, the lights turn off. Real Madrid go, what's going on? They go, oh, sorry, we can't turn it back on. The government turned our lights off.
Yeah.
What, we're going to come back next week
Bloody
and play?
City of Knox.
Anyway, so
Any
yeah,
hoops.
that was round 1, bro.
No chance, bro.
And then
You should refuse to go back
Right,
and play
let
there if
us
they
know in
say
the
that.
comments, people, what the result should be, because I don't know like what's going to happen. I think we're trying to get a 3-0 win, but I think by the rule book it could be stood as a draw.
Daddy Dan.
Where we pick up my calls, Daddy.
Yeah,
Dan,
Daddy
bro.
Dan. Give us 3 points. Cool. Yeah, State League's back, man. Watch the good game between Hampton Park are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Watch out for them. Oh, they're good.
They were last year. They were good last
Oh,
year.
bro, they spanked Heatherton.
Did they?
Oh my god.
Any good arguments?
Yeah, of course. Of course. It was almost a punch on. It was sick. But it didn't equate to any, like it didn't, go to anything. Right, let's kick it off with the Matildas' valiant effort in the Asian Cup final. Unfortunately lost to Japan. Now, I know some of you will be saying, why haven't you covered it before? We actually had a whole episode planned to cover it, but
Guest problems.
guest problems, flights,
Flights got cancelled,
Flights got
changed,
cancelled.
lights got
yeah,
turned off.
this is true actually.
The
changed.
Qantas, sorry, not Qantas.
the Qantas, not Qantas, the
A airplane.
Air
Air
Viet-
Kazakhstan.
Air Kazakhstan
Yeah, Air
lights got
Kazakhstan.
turned off.
His Kazakhstan lights went off. So our guest wasn't able to get here. But Jake, what are you?
Hey man,
What are you thinking?
Start off with a really good tournament, I would say, for the Matildas because, like, it's not the easiest playing in Asian. I assume it's the same with women. Like, all the different teams have like different qualities, different elements from different like regions, like humidity zones, whatever. So playing in different countries, all that sort of stuff, which is actually quite difficult as an Australian to like play against teams in the Middle East or in Asia specifically. And their style of play is a bit more unique, but Australia's obviously, I feel, we're like a top 5 nation when it comes to like starting 11 where our players are playing around the world. But they did win some games like in a bit of a gritty fashion. So you kind of thought that in some areas it felt like some games underperformed, but they found a way to win. And then there was periods through the tournament where they were just whitewashing and bullying teams. And Alana Kennedy, who plays centre back, went into a holding midfield and was like tournament's best player, scored 5 goals. I think she was one off the top goal scorer.
Like Eric Partaloo.
It's like, yeah.
Do we know where that change came from? Why she got moved in there?
No, I'm not sure, but it was a genius tactic move. But I don't know much about Japanese football for the women's, but they were well and truly, for all the experts across the female game, they were actually well and truly the favourites going into the final. So, yeah, difficult game. I guess the final was, I don't know, it felt like we were throwing the kitchen sink at Japan and trying to break them down once we conceded the goal. But I don't know, we just never really, felt like we never got a shot off. There's a lot of moves and a lot of forward patterns and no like sort of finalisation to it all.
2 more points I want to put on that. There was a bit of talk around the players going to the post-game festivities with the fans. I don't think it's a problem. Like, God, like you're going to see the fans. Yeah, some players aren't going to go and all that, but the real thing is 75,000 is a great number. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe if the Socceroos were to play in a tournament on home soil, we get that. But I don't like 75,000 is an incredible number.
It's incredible, yeah.
But they were playing in front of numbers the whole in the group stage,
yeah.
bro. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's like 74,397 in Sydney. It was apparently it was deafening. One of the, I can't remember which pundit said it, but like before the game. And for Japan to still go on and get a result, I mean, for them, it's incredible. Their manager seems like a sick cunt.
Yeah.
Niels Nielsen.
It's a great name.
That's an awesome name. That's like a name that we would make up.
Dave Davison.
Yeah.
John Johnson.
Nick, while we're
Niels
talking
Nielsen.
about this, can you please get up his final press conference?
I will make just a comment on one player who you will love, but Micah Hamano, she did score in the final, which, bro, technique, man, finish, but she's unbelievable, bro. I think Chelsea, it feels like Chelsea's got a bit of the Real Madrid kind of Galactico vibe, or Arsenal have that vibe in like the women's game.
We're falling off a little bit, but yeah.
Like they just go and buy best in market. Really.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for instance, the whole discussion around Sam Kerr.
Yeah.
She probably should get another contract based off her history there, but they're probably going to go and buy the next best number.
Well, yeah,
nine.
Sam Kerr will probably go to the US.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
Yeah, which is just get big money.
I mean, you know, I saw someone say she's like 32. She's still going to be on more than some A-League players if she goes over there. So I don't blame her for not coming back here. We'll get to this speech in a second. I do want to ask you boys, though, because it has been a massive talking point. And congratulations to the Matildas on what ended up being an unfortunate result in the final. But to make a final of an Asian Cup needs to be applauded. So well done to the girls. But 75,000 for women's football in Australia. W League, though, no one going. What are your thoughts on why? Because a lot of people are saying why, and a lot of it is, I mean, it could be looked at as like a negative outlook, because you have some people saying, oh, they're only going because of this, and this. But then on the flip side, it's like, well, at least they're going. It's like, yeah, we can complain about the reasons of why they're going to Matildas games and not W League, but like, imagine if they weren't going to anything. But it is an issue that they're not going to W League.
What are people saying the reasons are for them going to the Matilda games?
I feel that I've seen a lot of people online saying that they feel that it's maybe a bit of a novelty for some fans. I don't know if that's the right word. As in, like, they're more interested in the actual players than, I guess, the game of football, maybe. I don't want to brush everyone with the same stroke, because that's stupid.
No, I guess, yeah,
football
like
fans
the
there.
various main reasons, let's say.
Yeah, well, this is not our views, but people are saying that. They're saying that. I mean, it's another like.
Do you think it's a patriotic thing? Do you think that's? I mean, it must play into it to some extent. But do you think there's a large amount of people that are going because it's like Australia are playing? Because that wouldn't make sense then if they don't go to Socceroos games.
I reckon they're going because women's sport in Australia has dealt with a lot of shit, basically. And now that they have a team that's like world-renowned, full of world-renowned stars and all of that. Bro, I saw something the other day, crazy shit. Apparently in the 90s, the ways, like, they were doing anything to market the women's game. I think the players did like a nude calendar or some shit.
What?
Compared to now, where you've got like, you know, 80,000 in a stadium to watch them play in a final. So, look, it could be, everyone's going to be there for various reasons. Some people are just there because their kids want to go. Some people are just there because they actually love football. Some people prefer women's football over men's football. Some people are going to be there because it's the hot thing to do at the moment. Some people are going to be there because they like the footballers as people rather than the sport.
Do you know what it is though? I heard Sarah Walsh talking about today. She used to play for Matildas, but it's true. Like, we've essentially really focused on making good players, and now we've got practically the best in the world.
Yeah,
that play for your national team. So if you put that on the men's front, if we had a player at Chelsea,
100%.
2 players at Chelsea, one
Yeah.
at Tottenham, one at 3 at Man City,
Yeah.
playing in the national team.
That's probably
you'd
a
probably
good
have
call.
75,000.
Yeah, of course.
So is that then the disconnect between
I think it's
the W League then, or the A League women's then?
well, you could.
Because then, like, how many of the Matildas are actually playing in the A League?
There was like starting 11. I don't think there was
I
any.
don't think there was any.
Bench, there was a few, but not many.
I think you could compare it to saying, the Socceroos get, 40, 50,000 compared to the A-League, which is averaging like, I don't know, 8, 9, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a national team event. And
So, yeah, but there is more of a disparity, obviously, between the Matildas and the W League compared to the Socceroos and the A-League. But the W League, maybe it's because it's not connected to the ecosystem of Europe. I don't know.
But the interesting thing is, a lot of people are saying online, right, are saying, they're not football fans that are going to these games. That's one of the things that people are saying, right? But if that's the case, then the quality of player wouldn't be the thing that matters.
But
You know
that's
what I mean?
But that's why I'm saying that I think you can't brush them all with the same stroke. Because is that a saying? I keep saying it.
pause.
Yeah.
It is an interesting one. I mean, obviously, it's fantastic that they get, and I'm not just being politically correct, like, it's actually freaking awesome that they get a massive crowd and they're being, they're doing so well in the park and just having every ad that I see is the Matildas at the moment.
The
It's like
marketing's
awesome, right?
It's
It's really
phenomenal.
good. But you're right, there is a weird like disconnect between, all right, Matildas flying the flag, great. Socceroos, bit of a disconnect there, maybe amongst Australian general public, and then A-League men's and women's, like there's a few moving parts that don't make sense.
I think that it would be a bigger issue if we weren't getting numbers to the Matildas game. At least there is a group of people that you can maybe convert into W League fans or maybe convert into WMPL fans. Like, at least you know that there's people that will actually willingly sit through a game of football, right? For what reasons? Everyone's got their own reasons. Like, even in, man, look, again, I know people are going to, no. Even in the men's game, some people don't go to the football to watch the football. They go to get pissed.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But some people go to watch how the fullback tucks in. Like, whatever.
No, but you are right.
Who's
I
going
think
to watch how the fullback
Jake,
tucks
your
So
answer,
trust me.
Who did you say said that answer about the quality of the player?
No, we're talking about the investment of like,
Yeah.
you can't judge us on crowds.
Yeah.
We didn't invest, like we invested here and did the stuff that wasn't pretty. And this is a byproduct of that,
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, you're right, bro. If the Socceroos were in a situation where people were thinking they may win the World Cup, which is what we were thinking last time.
like a
I
slight
still think
chance.
that, but most people don't think that right now, right?
No, yeah.
But when the Matildas were going through the World Cup a few years ago, you were kind of thinking they could
everyone
very
was.
well win this World Cup. So
Everyone
of course
was.
you're going to jump on it.
Like, they weren't favourites, but like everyone was at least thinking like, we could do an upset. And like, whereas, being ruled the Socceroos, it would be literally the biggest miracle.
And I know NRL and AFL of the women's element is like getting bigger and so forth, but like that multi-code facet of competition where not all our best athletes play football in the male side, you think, man, do the women's have more of a margin there where all women are going to try and play football, even if they're playing AFL and stuff? They're all doing soccer, as well, right?
Are you saying
so? Like the talent pool potentially is greater than even what the men have.
Oh, there's a massive, like, there's so many young girls playing soccer.
In saying that, though, a population of country, Joe Montemurro said, 26 million people. Like, we don't have 130 or 2 billion, whoever when they played, a couple of teams in the tournament.
I should have saved this article, but I think it was, where was it? Where did I see it? But it was about Japan's participation rate for the women's football. I think it's super low.
Is it?
Pretty sure. Fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
but Japan are annoying because they just do everything right.
I mean, they were so defensively strong, man. Like, practically suffocated Sam Kerr out the game.
I don't, if you guys are listening to this podcast thinking that we're going to have an answer for this, I don't think there's a magic answer for how to convert fans over. But yeah, I get what people are saying. Oh, they're not football fans. Whether they are or
Who
they
gives a
aren't.
shit?
Like, people are going to the games, all right? It's I don't think it has too much of a negative effect. It's just trying to get them people to be like, hey, if you love watching women play football, we got our own league. Like, no one's expecting, the W League to go get 30,000 a game.
Bro, but there's some gems in the women's league.
Yeah, but there is. There's gonna be gems.
You know Talia Eunice?
Yeah, the goal.
Eunice bro.
That goal was crazy.
She's gonna be a star, man.
But I wonder, what happens with the A-League women's if quite a few of those Matildas come back and play.
Yeah, well, they all played in
numbers.
Yeah. Every single one of them. They all started. They all started here.
They've got to do that out of the selflessness.
Yeah, they sacrificed their own career.
They've created the ultimate pathway for development.
Before we get onto this interview or this press conference, same thing happened with the Socceroos. Like, we did really well at a World Cup, pushed Argentina to the end, and then what happened in the A-League right after that? Shot ourselves in the foot. So. It seems to be a recurring theme that hopefully we can snap one day. But
also at the same time, like, we say we shoot ourselves in the foot. It's like natural incidents of a massive brand, let's say.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That all other brands have all the time, i.e. AFL, NRL, everyone else that plays sport.
They all do, but it's a weird
And we
one.
just get, like, when we do it, it just gets blown out of proportion compared to the others.
There's no answer for
That's
it.
never going to stop.
It'd be interesting to know, like across the sponsorships that the Matildas and the Socceroos gets, like whether it's a landslide to the Matildas in regards to the amount of businesses or companies and what they're willing to pay to be sponsoring the Matildas versus Socceroos.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy?
Like, they're everywhere, man. Some of the deals I was told that like girls were getting when the Women's World Cup was on was like insane, like way more than Socceroos players have ever got.
They're household names, bro. Like, my parents don't watch soccer, and they could probably name a handful of Matildas. Maybe my mum. My dad doesn't know what a Matilda is.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know what sports are. But my mum could probably name a handful of Matildas. But this was hilarious. This is not the first press conference that Niels Nielsen did. There's something in the water in Scandinavia. Yep, we'll put the headphones on. This is his press conference after defeating the Matildas in the final, and he's touching on Sydney nightlife.
Clock is more than 11. You can't buy a beer. What kind of country is that?
How are you and the team are going to celebrate this win?
Well, we have a very early flight tomorrow morning. And here in Australia, it's such a strange country, If the clock is more than 11, you can't buy a beer. What kind of country is that? It's almost like we should have, support like we give in Denmark to the countries in Africa and
That's
stuff.
weird.
We will do that so you can keep the bars open a bit longer. Because the most annoying thing, perhaps the only annoying thing about Australia is that you cannot get a beer when you're thirsty. So how do you explain that? I thought it was a modern country, but no.
What was the reference to Africa? But what about...
I don't get the reference to Africa.
Niels Nielsen's, I'll take you down King's Cross after 11 o'clock at night, mate, and see if you feel like you want another beer.
To be fair...
I'll tell you what, I'll take you to somewhere in Melbourne called Revolver, where you can get a beer on tap at any time of the day, my
get
friend.
more than
Also,
a
you
beer.
can't get a beer after 11 p.m.
And you might not be able to leave.
That's actually incorrect, Neil.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean by that?
There lockout laws in Sydney, maybe? Is that what it is now? Like,
Yeah, you can't get let into a club if you come. Or
Well,
some-
they close early now, like midnight. So I don't know how accurate
I
that is.
support it.
Yeah.
Anything to make Melbourne look better than Sydney, I'm on board with, because he wouldn't have said the same in Melbourne.
It's a national epidemic.
Yeah, he doesn't understand. In Melbourne, there's places where you can get more than a beer.
What I can fairly say is I think Australia has a high tolerance and a high volume of beers being drunk.
Oh, 100%.
For our size of country. So he's acting like we're anti, mate. That's what people are doing when they're like 12. Bro.
Sorry we don't have Heineken for you, Nils.
Yeah.
I just still don't get the African line. What are you like? Are you sending kegs of beer to Africa? Like, I don't get that one.
Have you ever heard the name Niels before with the
Niels,
S on the
yeah,
end?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Niels.
It's
Okay.
a Scandinavian.
I haven't seen them put together though.
They're Scandinavians are. Have you ever listened to a TV show in Scandinavian?
No.
It sounds English, just different.
Right.
Like they'll say stuff like "Pass the water bottle." Pass the water bottle.
Is that Indian?
No, it's not Indian. It's pass the water. No, it's not Indian.
on the subcontinent.
Fucking threw me off there.
Yeah.
It's not Indian. Anyway,
Pass it a water bottle.
I think that's all we have on
just
that.
quickly, that just made me realize he when he spoke about Africa. I don't know if we've mentioned it, but Morocco winning African
Oh yeah,
nations.
we didn't even speak about that
is
at all.
what is going on there, bro.
No shock.
That is insane.
Hey, you know
As we were
what?
talking about how weird, like the African Nations Cup can be. Oh, African Nations. What do they call it? Is it
African
African
Cup of Nations.
Africa? Yeah, AFCON. After we spoke about like how dodgy like the federation and the handling of the game
Bro,
is.
did you? I saw that
This
clip the
happens.
other day when they're like, bro, Nigerian league, bro. One player was loaned to another club. That other club sold the player. Cuz.
Yeah. That's filthy. That's on filthy. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but I remember speaking to Taufik about it. He goes, I go, what? Like, I've heard it's bad. He goes, bro. He goes, man. Last AFCON, ref blew the final whistle at 85 minutes.
Yeah.
Final whistle. I'm like, well, what is going on? And then I clue in, and you see this happen, and it's just insane, bro. Like, what?
Turn the result of the final, which
Well, after Chelsea got absolutely slapped by Everton, the two Senegalese players went up to the camera and said, "Champions of Africa." So they obviously still believe it in their mind.
Yeah.
I'd feel weird if I was a Moroccan player celebrating.
I mean, yeah, I
Like you
don't
lost.
think you do.
The ruling cited Article 84 of the Africa Cup of Nations regulations, which provides for a forfeit if a team leaves the field of play without the referee's permission. As a result, Morocco were officially recognised as champions of the
but
tournament.
why did it take him 2 months? Like Senegal left the field. You should have just in that moment. You
Yeah.
should have just
Yeah,
been
like if it is
game over.
Rule 84, Rule 84 was probably relevant in the moment. Someone's gone, hey, did anyone actually read Rule 84
No.
in the boardroom?
no.
Like, should we read that? It's like, shit, the final's been 6 weeks ago. Oh, yeah, let's get on. Oh, God, this actually means they lose the game. Is that what's happened?
I don't know. There's so many rules in football these days. It's hard to know. My missus asked me today, why is it a yellow card if you take your top off when you score?
Nudity.
I couldn't tell her.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Isn't that
just
stupid?
nudity?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, what
So you get a yellow card for
It's
nudity.
either taunting or like inappropriate. It'd be
Sounds
something.
like you don't know.
Okay, Google it.
I whatever it
Watch me
is,
be right.
before I see it, nothing can convince me that it makes a difference.
What?
Like taking your top off, that's not a
That's what I
punishable
mean. I
offense.
thought it was wasting time because it takes longer for you to get back. And
Yeah, it's so technical, whatever it is.
why do players get a yellow card for taking shirt off? Why is she pregnant?
There you go.
What the hell was that?
Exposing the torso is offensive in some cultures, so I was right. Go up.
Okay.
Up. Excessive celebration and time wasting.
Jeez.
So
But think about how's it
Right.
time wasting when people take their top off within 1
I
second.
don't fucking know. I don't take. I would never take my top off.
Anyway,
Interesting,
silly
man.
rule. But
Moving
congratulations,
on.
congratulations to Morocco.
Congratulations, Morocco.
a great win.
Yeah, well done to you guys. man.
Let's get into the A-League roundup. More Juan Mata glazing. No one else could have scored that header. Am I right, fellas?
What a header, bro.
No. Honestly, when that
I'm
happened,
being legit.
yeah, when that happened, I was thinking it looks kind of easy because the way he's done
It's
it,
not.
it's actually very difficult.
It's not,
to do.
bro. That is not.
Technical, man.
I probably would have missed the ball.
That is not. But victory. Up to third now.
Hey, Victory are going to win the grand final, bro. I said that at the start, cuz they're going to win the grand final, bro. I'm telling you.
They're up again. And
I'm telling you.
It's Mata. It's Mata again, doing what he does, man.
Yep.
Yeah, Victory are flying.
There's a lot of elements of these results that shifted. Sydney with third, and had they have won, could have gone like genuinely stayed in contention. But they lose. Victory jumps into third, and then Auckland losing and Newcastle winning is now taking that gap further.
Shout out to the Jets. Why couldn't you do that last week when we were filming? Because you score in the last second of the game against a rival, because they do look at each other like, well, at least the Newcastle fans do.
Do you have a specific order of how you want to go through these games, the wraps?
No, well, so we'll go with, I'll just bring up the games. So we'll just go first with the Jets to bounce back from What happened against Auckland, against Sydney, away too? Very, very good result. Very good result.
Very important.
The young guns flying again. Was it Gibson with the last goal?
Yeah, so I think Bertoncello set it up, which was
great from him.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
He's quick.
What a ball,
quick, man.
He's quick.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Jets, man.
They did something like it was pretty end to end. It was pretty dramatic towards the end. Like there was a penalty that wasn't given. Then they had a disallowed goal from
Gibson as well.
Yeah, the offside, man. Did you see the offside trap they did?
The offside trap
that was
brilliant.
like Ange Tottenham stuff.
Yeah.
But it was the 97th minute with not just a game on the line, but like and they 10 players. Luckily, none of them slept at the wheel and they all got up.
Yeah, Buster was
on the
Buster
kick.
was
But like
Buster was on the end of that ball.
bro,
He's
it was
like,
the biggest gamble and it paid off.
Shout out to the Jets, man. Next, bro, what is going on with the Wanderers?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Gary Van Egmond, bro?
Shambles, bro.
So Gary Van Egmond.
Can we show him? Can you pull up Nick if you go on the A-League
Instagram
socials? So context Rashid for everyone at home that hasn't seen it. Gary Van Egmond, interim coach, been at the club now for a bit over a month. Bro, he's just gone in a post-match press conference and just, with a loaded gun and sprayed absolute bullets at everyone, from players to, I guess, structures and systems and all this sort of stuff, and just essentially gone brutally honest with his feedback. And I think maybe there's two sides to what you'll hear here is that people are saying, well, he's got to take some ownership. He is the coach.
Yeah.
It's not here. It's on the field. And then there's
No, bro. That's the one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, trust. That's the one.
No, it's not.
This is it, bro. Trust. This is where he goes. There's no. It's like Mariah Carey and AC/DC.
Oh, is it that one?
So
No, I watched a different one.
Yeah, bros.
Did he do one on the field?
Yeah, the one on the field is the one that's.
So he did it twice.
Well, yeah, and I think let me just check, Nick.
This is the one. I didn't see the one on the field.
No. You want to see this, bro?
While you look for that, Jake, I was watching this game and Eric Pardelou was just absolutely smashing them. He was pretty much the only one about just defensively, and they are so poor defensively. It's actually unbelievable.
Shout out Luka Jovanovic,
If
though,
you
man.
watch their goals, bro, there's like almost every goal, there's like 5 or 6 of them standing around the ball. No one even
Oh yeah, just play that. Press
puts a tackle in or tries to block anything.
I think this has been posted, so it could be the same thing. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep, Gary Van Egmond. Let's go.
Wasn't unfortunate. It was a case that we didn't want it. We didn't want it as much as them. Okay, that's the truth of the matter. And until that changes, we can talk tactics. We can talk passing, rotations. We can talk whatever you like, right? But until you want it and you're desperate, and we spoke about it before the game, right? Won't matter. Okay, but I think you need to understand, we've already spoken about the DNA of what Western Sydney Wanderers stands for. But I think you've also got to look at that from a game model perspective and player characteristics for each position as well. And so that's what you've got to be looking at as far as recruitment is concerned. And that's got to become consistent. So if a coach comes in, he understands this is the game model, this is the player characteristics of each position, and this is how we do things here at West Sydney Wanderers. For example, if I said to you how does it work at Ajax or one of the larger teams in Europe, they don't change their game model because of a coach. They play a certain way and they hire a coach as per that certain way that they play. Well, I'll put it this way. If we're looking at, say we equate it to music, all right, and say we think pop is AC/DC, all right, Gombau's Mariah Carey. Okay, so you've got this huge difference straight away.
You can pause it there,
all
Nicky.
right?
That's the main.
So you need to ensure.
Gist.
Yeah, so there's definitely a different one, Nick. If you can try find it, because to summarise, he essentially says, "I've got some good players and a lot of bad ones," and he goes, "I put out a game model today. We knew what we had to do, and the players just didn't do it." And he goes, "It comes down to people here just not wanting it." Essentially, and then like kind of spoke about the hierarchy at the club and just said some of these players that are here on contracts, like they need to be reviewed. Like it was pretty telling what he had said. Like it's one of the most.
No, bro. I don't like when coaches come out and just spray their players.
Well, yeah.
And I agree. They definitely didn't look like they wanted it. Like I just said 2 seconds ago. But I prefer the coaches that protect their players.
I can't find it. I'm trying to look for it.
I understand it, but it's not. I prefer the other way around.
Jake, was it? Oh yeah, it would be for this game. I can't find it either. I'm trying to look.
Okay.
In saying that though, the only thing I was worried about was I'm surprised he knows who Mariah Carey is.
Gombau is like Mariah Carey.
Gombau's that's an old school fucking.
Yeah, and chose Gombau as well.
Yeah.
Like having a dig at Jake.
But like, what do you think of this though? Like because he's not going to be there next year. It's like okay, and his feedback at times can be so brutally honest. Like he's always been like that in my experiences, and sometimes you can take that the right way. And in this instance, like I don't think he would give a shit to like cover his own ass here because he's probably got done really well as a coach, but he definitely is just saying. I think he's just publicized what he's seeing because he knows he's not going to be there next year. And
oh my God, boys! I've just figured something out.
What?
Gary Van Egmont was the one on Amateur Agents that said, my TD.
Yeah.
It was him.
And they were playing, instead
playing
of doing
red ass.
tactics, they were playing red ass.
Playing red ass.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to be a TD, potentially at Western Sydney Wanderers. I don't know if that's still the case, but.
Can you tell me, sorry, Jake, you probably know the most. Or actually, sorry, you played there. What is the Wanderers' DNA playing style? Or is he saying that they don't have one?
Well, from what I don't know. No, I don't know, bro.
Because
I don't know.
Because like he's talking about like, oh, Ajax don't change the way they play. Yeah, Ajax play total football, or they try to, whatever, the Dutch way. So I get his point on that. But really, what team in the A-League? I feel like there's only one team in the A-League that has a distinct playing style, and that's good. Like I mean, over the generations and through their youth.
Who
else? City.
I would say Victory have one.
Okay. They're going to kill me for that, but I mean the most distinct is Melbourne City. It has to be, bro.
Yeah, well, does Victory... But what is Victory's playing style then? Because it's like...
Attackive.
Kisnorbo...
Is that a word?
Popper.
Yeah, attacking. Yeah, I mean...
Like aggressive,
they
attacking.
Believe they should win.
Positive.
Yeah, but that's...
I think that's just the style.
High octane. Yeah, I would say that's a style. Yeah.
I think that Melbourne City have the most distinct because they're the type to just bring in 12-year-olds that can just slot into a system and play. But I think... But
you're right. There's not many teams in the A-League that do have a distinct style. You're right.
Oh, like Brisbane's completely changed this year.
Bro, what
Adelaide, you could say it's got a distinct style.
But that comes down to...
Promoting youth.
But that comes down to, like, Wanderers don't have a TD right now. Do they? They don't have a sports director.
No. Yeah, so yeah, correct. They don't. And also to Gary's point around players, like Thurgate scored a great goal on the weekend, but when they signed Thurgate, you already had Ugarkovic and Belante. You lost Badalato and you chose to not re-sign or work with Mata or whatever, or you didn't keep Mata in summary. And then all of a sudden you're playing 3 number 8s or number 6s in a triangle midfield. Respectfully, Kuol, he works so hard, but he didn't come off a huge pedigree of goals the year before. And then Barbarouses, we know he can score, but he's obviously at the back end of his career. And they're your 2 signings as a 9. So they made some decisions where it's you put yourself under pressure.
Hang in there, Wanderers, because as we know in the A-League, nothing lasts forever.
I think it's gonna get better for the Wanderers.
It will.
Next
Bro, look at the
season.
Jets.
I think they're making the right steps behind the scenes to move it forward next year.
Are they?
I think so. Yeah. Nah, serious.
Yeah. I know but you can't say them.
I can't say them now.
Okay, Patreon.
I know them too.
Yeah, probably.
I don't. I must not be in the group chat.
I know one of them.
So, yeah, that was an interesting press conference there. Although, hey, man, credit to Adelaide as well. Jovanovic, he's a gunman. Keeps doing his thing. He's knocking on that door, man.
Socceroos.
Oh, he's on the fringes, I would say. He's knocking, him and Lockie Rose.
Yeah,
I mean, in the A-League at least.
Do you know what? I give big ups to Nishan Blue Play going back in. And Nish won't mind me saying, because he could be the best winger in the league. And I think his slow start to the season in regards to injuries has held him back because he hasn't been playing as well as he can. But, bro, he's 4 goals, 5 games or something for the Socceroos. So
Yeah.
I think Popper's just picked him once he's got into a space because Popper knows he can get maybe more out of him. And that was a little jetpack he got for the weekend because he got picked for the Socceroos and then rinsed Central Coast.
But you're right, bro. When he was with the Socceroos, he was like the player that could just unlock something out of nowhere. And by the way, if you are a Melburnian, I went to Victory this weekend. It was actually mad.
Yeah?
Victory was pumping.
Yeah, it was good.
Amy was mad. Amy was good.
Feel sorry for Maxi Burgess, man. He's stiff to not like Ocon's come in because I guess
It's not the final call, though.
yeah, but it's an important time.
It is.
You know,
It is.
so
Not all hope is lost, though.
like Archie made a point about it today. You know, if you look at sort of form with Ocon Jr. and Max Burgess, like it's pretty stiff that Max Burgess doesn't get in. But obviously, there's a whole kind of perspective with Ocon that they're building him to be a part of that culture for the future. You know,
We'll get to we're going to do a breakdown on the Socceroos, but just quickly, I just want to point out 2 more things about the A-League. The first one is at the start of the year, everyone had all this positive stuff to say about Raw, including myself, about their marketing, their social media. They're going to come in and smash everyone. Nothing has worked.
Brother, did you see their ground on the weekend? I
mean-
reckon there's 200 people there. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, it's bad.
Nick, bro, can you please get up the Brisbane Raw highlights? Have you seen this?
I saw it.
Do we know what
Brisbane,
the freaking attendance was?
Brisbane Raw fans, a lot of them have
going on, bro?
basically, well, at least some of the ones I've seen on Twitter have like, I'm giving up, bro. Like this is like it's becoming like we're just not getting what we need. I still don't get it. Like I still don't get why they can't play somewhere else. Someone needs to give me the exact answer.
Look at this stadium, bro. Look at the stadium.
Yeah, it's empty.
If you can go to the last goal, like maybe 3/4 of the way through,
It's empty.
Yeah, yeah. So after this goal, the next goal. Sorry. Yeah,
Man,
here.
that's depressing, bro.
So wait till you see like this sort of full view of the stadium. If I say, look at this from ready 3, 2, 1. This angle here. Wait.
Oh, Dean Bazanas.
Oh gosh.
wait, was this? No, seriously, serious question. Is there a reason why like?
Here, bro. Look at that.
Oh, so they're up.
that, bro.
But maybe they've only just opened one side of the stadium.
No, bro. Look at the right side. There's like 200 people there, bro.
I saw something online that said there's 100 people in the den, which would have been behind this goal.
There's got to be a reason for that, no?
I don't know. I thought COVID.
Nah, bro, that's
Yeah, bro.
I don't know what to
Crazy,
say on that
man.
because
big stadiums
crazy.
are sucking the soul out of the league.
Nah, but that doesn't make sense because when they've been playing locally, they're getting some okay crowds. So
Don't
like, it would just, you know what I mean? That looks like 10 times less to the people that are getting at the local ground.
But shout out to your boy also, Adam Taggart, bro.
Yeah,
Tags.
big boy Tags, man. Shout out to you,
Their
bro.
tags.
A-League all-time scorer for Perth Glory. So I think he's on like 89 or 90 across his career, but 60 to go above Andy Keogh. Guess who scored 49 goals in his time at Perth?
At Perth.
Who's third on the list?
Shit. Oh, you guess first. Go on. You're better at this.
49 goals.
Razzler.
Oh, yeah?
Castro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It would be.
Castro,
yeah, shit,
third time
yeah,
all
of course.
scorer. Schmelz is like in
Far
the
out.
top 5 on 28.
I love
and
Shane
Bruno,
Smeltz, bro.
Bruno's in the top 5. He got 34 there.
Bro, Shane Smeltz, if
Yeah.
you're listening to this, come on the pod. I love you.
He'd be a good pod. But yeah, also Adam Taggart took his top off, so probably a yellow card there. But congrats,
Fuck it.
brother. That's awesome, man. He had like 7 chances before that, and he was getting so close, and then he finally bagged it in the end. Good stuff, bro.
Now, we need a video up, Nikki, please, of 4,826.
That's a lie.
4,000? Yeah,
That's a lie.
that looked not.
That's not.
That didn't even look like 400 from that image, and we
Cannot
saw
be
3
true.
parts of the stadium.
That's
and you're
not-
saying there was 100 behind there.
That's allegedly a lie.
That's not right. Yeah. Anyway,
How does that happen? How do you like if there's 400 people? How do you say? How do you round up that much?
You round up 100 times.
time for our weekly segment, the eToro Moment of the Week. Big thanks to our sponsors, eToro. If you're keen to kick off your investing journey and support the podcast, check out the link in our bio for eToro. This is the most awkward interview I've seen all year in the A-League, and we've seen some interesting ones, but
Francis de Vries, your
hit it.
supporters turned up today, but with all due respect, where were you guys?
I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, I think we'll analyse it in the week and people will have their opinions, but we have to go and look at what we can do better for next game. And that's football, you know, like we played great last week. This week, we didn't play anywhere near what we could. So
God.
I think we have some work to do in the international break.
This is a really special team. You're a group of really special players. How much do you want this premiership play this year? How much do you want to finish this season on a high?
That's another
Of course, I
not
think it goes
great
without
question.
saying. I mean, you see
What is going on
everybody's
here, bro?
100% committed to that, and today the quality probably wasn't there, and we know we can do a lot better, so I'm sure we'll take that motivation and commitment into the week and really get back on it against Adelaide.
Another big week coming up for you personally, but let's just talk about MacArthur. They're a team that some people maybe would have underestimated. Can you just talk about what they brought today?
I think we said it before the game, they progressed the ball well. They obviously
I don't think there's
played
much.
it back 5
No,
today,
that's
so
it.
they-
Yeah.
No,
Can you go to the start of it, though? The
recovering
very, very
spaces and
start?
doing really well.
Yeah. Just
Francis de Vries, your supporters turned up today, but with all due respect, where were you guys?
yeah. So stop that there. With all due respect, she gave no respect.
Look,
I love that.
I don't want to bash her, but at the same time, I think you got to read the room a little bit better there. You do have to give some respect to De Vries because there are some players in the league that would have turned around and said, "What type of question is
And
that?"
I think he should be entitled to in that moment. Because
Well,
they're also second on the ladder. They just beat Newcastle the week before away from home. It's like, all right, they dropped the game here. It's just acting like they're bottom of the ladder.
What I will say is, the more I do stuff, the more I am lenient with other people in quote unquote media. And at the start, when I saw it, I thought, okay, she's asked a question that has come off as a bit smart ass, right? Maybe she just mumbled up her words. Maybe she didn't deliver it the way she wanted. But it was the questions after that as well that
Correct.
confirmed that I was
Yeah.
like, oh, nah, she's digging for something.
I
here.
thought she had a brain fade too of like,
Yeah.
oh no, I panicked and said that. But then
Yes.
she's really doubled down. Also, respect. Like, I don't know who she is, but
Yeah.
I know it's not her first rodeo in this space. Like, she's been in the industry for 20 odd years, working across different sports. So
I love it, man. I love it.
So why
Just
do
go-
you love it?
Bro, go in there and don't just accept the, we'll go home, we'll analyse it, we'll just come back next week, good 3 points.
Fair enough.
Nah, bro. I want to come straight at you, straight at your neck, and you're going to give me an answer back.
yeah,
Oh, but I think you can do that,
like,
Who cares, bro?
yeah, but
Bit of
whoever,
personality,
but
bit
if
of-
you're asking questions like that, like with, have you done it before?
Yeah, be disrespectful.
Like back and forth. Like, yeah, we didn't turn up, but I have turned up more than you've ever.
But that's why he should give that back to her. But
Yeah,
he's just gone ultra nice.
I know, but he did give her a look when she first said it. Like, are you serious?
I don't know how to answer that.
yeah, which. Yeah.
And then tried to answer it. Should have
and
stopped there.
then answered it beautifully. De Vries should lead the media training for all clubs.
Well,
Please do not do that.
I don't think
No.
anyone should get media training.
Well, that's media training in the sense of like I would have like most people should have gone back at her. Right?
Wouldn't you prefer that?
Imagine if she asked.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, fair. So don't do De Vries training.
No.
Yeah. Okay. De Vries training is for like other fields.
Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like, I don't know, like Eastbound and Down or something. Like it's like a mockumentary question to ask. Like,
Yeah.
oh no, it's like the commentators in dodgeball.
Yeah,
It reminds me sort of like the
Yeah.
commentators in dodgeball of like, your fans turned up today, but you guys didn't. What are you going
Yeah.
to say to that?
He's putting on a blindfold.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cotton? I don't think he's going to be able to see very well.
yeah. That exact thing.
mate.
Look, I don't mind going in there and dropping some heat on the players, but fair play to Francis de Vries for how he handled it. I just think that it's an odd first question. How would you have reworded that?
I couldn't have even thought up something as genius as that question.
Yeah. The fans turned up today, but you guys didn't.
What do you have to say
what do
to
you have
all
to say
these
to that?
fans here that paid their hard-earned money, that worked all week to come down and support you guys, who are still probably going to win the league, but you let them down today against MacArthur Rams?
Hey, what was that interview with where they start arguing? He asks him something like that, and then the player goes back at him. It was the old Arsenal captain. And he's like, "Oh, you're a fan of that team. That's why you speak to me like that." And they start arguing.
Oh yeah,
What was that, bro?
Yeah.
his
Who
name?
was it? Yeah,
The Belgian. He's Belgian.
Xhaka.
Xhaka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that interview?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Swiss.
Yeah. Shaka's also told the whole stadium at the Emirates to go and get F. So
Yeah,
he's
not the
bold
guy.
cat.
Shout out to both of them, I guess,
Yep.
for our
Great work all around. Good TV.
Great work all around. Good
TV over there, man. That's Sky Sports.
Yeah, it's Sky Sports, isn't it?
Sky Sports New Zealand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Moving on, what else? There's a lot here. Let's get to this very important next topic. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is a very, very important time. Nike have officially dropped the new Socceroos kit for the 2026 World Cup campaign. Yes, people, they are behind me. Yes, they are fresh. Yes, it is the classic yellow and green, or green and gold, I should say, with a bit of a modern twist. But mission to wreck. This is the new kit. One mission, it's time to go and wreck some big plans. That's how we're coming for this World Cup. This is the new Socceroos kit. Oh, no. Nestory's found the bulldozer. Oi, oi, oi. See the number plate? There's little Easter eggs throughout this whole clip. How do they get a Nike wheels on it?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I told you so. 31-0. That's our shout out, Archie Thompson.
This is mint.
Whoa.
Mission to wreck.
Yeah, we're
It's us
wrecking.
in Seattle, man.
Say goodbye to those big plans. We're wrecking.
I mean, just dope. Dope kicks. Kit looks mint. The material's sick.
Bro,
I like the retroness.
Give me that
of it
tech
all.
fleece, yellow tech
Hey, bro, I
fleece.
want to try it on, cuz.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Is that legal if you've never played Socceroos?
What do you mean, bro? I've been wearing them for years.
Mate, you're from Australia, mate. Right?
Let me run you through this kit quickly on air. So, I like this. Big badge, and it's got like that sort of, what is that material?
So apparently this is the new material, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
the
new.
material's sick. You can just
new.
tell
It's very detailed.
the feeling. It's like it's just like silk on your body, you know?
We have the green neck collar, obviously the green trim down the sides, which I quite like. It's a bit old school. This badge is huge compared to the other ones, and it's got like that sort of what's that feel? The one that makes the sound.
I don't know.
They used to be on
Machine?
like books. Love the badge, nice and big, letting people know who we are. For all, I think that's what we're going with, the campaign for this one. But what I do like most about this whole campaign is the mission to wreck.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's what I like. Like, we're wrecking your plans.
Yeah.
We're coming to the US and Canada, and we're gonna F it up.
I feel like this Seattle, that is
Yeah.
there's a belief already in our country that we will beat America for some reason.
Bro, this is such nice material, man. It's so comfy and light. And breathable, bro.
Yeah, and because you also got to think from the players' point of view, they're going to be playing in some hot conditions, man.
You've got to think of my armpits in the US.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
what you got to
Yeah,
think
we
of.
got to be rocking this as well.
It's designed for that, for sure.
What name would you boys get on the back if you had to?
They designed this for you.
Yeah, obviously.
Right. What name on the back?
Who would you rock on the back if you could if you had to get a name on the back?
Current?
Yeah, current. One of the boys going over. That's a lock in. I know who I'm getting.
Geriatric.
Sorry?
Jason Guerrero.
He can say that because you're friends with him.
I'll get Miloš Degenek then.
All right. He'll be coming back from injury, hopefully. Toure. That's what I'm going with.
Nice one.
Mo Toure on the back. But shout out Nike, shout out the Socceroos. We will be there. We'll be rocking this kit. It's beautiful. Did you guys see the away kit as well?
Yes,
I did.
Yeah, it's beautiful, the away kit, man. I can't wait to get my hands on that.
It's unique for sure.
I like a bit of creativity,
does it have
bro.
a bit of that Ayers Rock flavor in it or something? Like the sunset of the
I think so.
The color in the desert, so forth.
I think so. Australia's always been known to have, I guess, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I think
like
you're
it,
right
man.
there, Jake.
It's just got that it's got some a cultural connection to that kind of aesthetic.
One thing I do say, and speaking from the heart here, the home kit always has to be the same colours. This is so iconic. The little tidbits as well. Can someone get me that kangaroo chain? I need the kangaroo chain.
What, like a glistening kangaroo chain?
Yeah, like a iced out one.
You want to be dabbed, iced out.
If you go up a bit, oh no, it's not there. Cool. But I do love it. And I think the whole point around it is the Aussie team is here to shock the world, to crash the party. We're the party crashers.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with. We're the party crashers. Anti-hero sort of vibe. That's what I'm getting from this. The boys look hard in the kits. Don't laugh. But yeah, I love the whole direction. They chose the right players to do it for sure. Did you guys see the bulldozer? It was going down the Harbour Bridge.
Yeah.
Little.
The tidbits of details was really cool in it.
So some of the Easter eggs we got were the 31-0. Shout out Archie Thompson.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the Seattle Cedar air freshener. We're heading to Seattle. We're coming for you.
Nice.
The away kit was draped over the bulldozer seat. The keychains was based on the player. So there was a little hornet on there for Nestory because he's at Watford.
Nice.
Oi, oi, oi on the number plate. And my favourite thing, the gold Australian chain with the Nike. I need that chain. Please. Don't make me go to Temu. We are coming. We are the party crashers. The new kit is out right now. Go get your hands on it. I want to see everyone rocking this because we're coming to wreck. We're coming to crash the party. Mission to wreck. Nike, Socceroos. We're looking fresh, man. Love it. Right. Moving on. Rashid, you have a new segment for us, apparently.
Yes. Booters, we have a new segment and we are still deciding on a name. Maybe you guys can help us on the name because I wasn't completely convinced of the names that we came up with so far. But basically what it is going to be local football news from anywhere in the country of Australia. It could be NPL, it could be State League, it could be community, it could be grassroots. But it's the hottest stories that we are going to break on the podcast each week if this first one goes well.
Okay, we'll see.
Cool. The first up, we have Lake Macquarie City FC, fastest goal in the history, potentially, guys. Have a look at this now.
Of Australian football?
In the history of football. Have a look at this. Kick off.
Oh, it's from kickoff.
See you later.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
What's the
all
keeper
round.
doing?
I mean, it's kind of like dips. Does it swerve? Who knows? But it's gone top bins.
What
And the
hell?
keeper's standing on his line too, so he's actually just had a shot.
He shot from kickoff.
Like
yeah. Is that even allowed?
I generally don't think the keeper's like standing in a crazy position off his line, is he? Like he doesn't run
Nah,
backwards
he's
too
not.
much.
Don't know.
Oh, but he thinks it's going over.
He's just had a shot.
Lake Macquarie.
He's done an Eric Partaloo.
What have you done there?
Is that genuinely the fastest goal in the history of football?
It would have to
It
be,
would have
bro.
to be. Unless some kid did it in like a small-sided pitch
Yeah.
and the goal was
What
over.
level is that? Is that like it's a Newcastle league, isn't it?
NPL, sorry, hold on.
Northern New South Wales? Comp?
Let me find it. One second.
Lake Macquarie is... I don't know.
Shit, yeah.
That is crazy, though.
Hold on. I don't have it here.
What's that sound?
Northern League 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The Northern New South Wales comp.
Second
Second
division.
division. There we go. All right. Next up, we have Callum McKenzie for Stirling Macedonia in the NPL WA. Came off the pitch after they lost 4-2. Was so angry that after he had a drink of his water, threw his water bottle so hard that he broke a hole through a chair on the bench.
What did chair made out of? Glad wrap?
Yeah. How do you?
I assume a
Guy should be
plastic.
playing Major League Baseball then.
Yeah, Kenny Powers.
Yeah, give the guy. That guy should be in the Puerto Rican national team throwing the pitch.
Yeah.
Pitches on the mound.
Kenny Powers.
Give him the new ball.
Give him a new ball.
Next up, we have the support for Berwick's first game was incredible. Had all juniors plus about 500, in quotation marks, ultras. Well done, Berwick.
500 ultras.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Berwick.
Great start.
Getting the juniors
done.
to the ground, that's a big one. 500 ultras.
It's a hack, bro. It's a hack.
The juniors, yeah. That's
Everyone
a big
says,
hack.
we got 1,000 people at the club. Everyone should be at the senior game then.
Yeah.
If you're a part of the club.
100%.
Like, what else are you doing?
Shout out Elfin Redbacks.
Shout out the Redbacks. The Web.
Adamstown Rosebuds versus Lambton Jaffas match abandoned because of power outage. We have another one that has happened on the same
Bloody
week.
Lambton up in Newey.
Must be the council again, mate.
Yeah, it must be the Jaffas.
It's not us. It's the council's fault.
All right, referee from this is getting wild now, and this is some alleged stuff, so we don't know. We're not going to name clubs, but referee from ex NPL club, from an ex letter X, an NPL game, has slept with one of the club's coaches before the game. Next one up.
Favorite? That's what you call a conflict of interest.
Was that like pre-match prep?
Yeah, not sure.
Pre-match prep. How you guys lining up?
That is a
mate?
massive allegation. Massive allegation. So that's why there's absolutely no indication of where that could have been. Parramatta NPL 3 NSW lost to an all-age team in the Oz Cup. So that's wild. So that's like...
So there's like 50 and 60-year-olds playing fullback.
I think it's like up to like 45-years.
No, guys. No,
It's
no,
all
no,
age,
no.
technically.
No.
No, that's not it, right?
All age is just... It'd be like a lower state league team beating...
Yeah. But it's all age. It's called all age.
Okay.
Yeah, but is
there's players that are at
Well,
that.
you're technically right, but you guys were harping on about 45-year-old.
No, it's not that old. It's not 50, 60, but about 45 is the top end.
The 70-year-olds can be right back in my team. Is that not what it means?
No, that's not. But
all age.
Yeah, they've chosen the wrong.
That's what that would mean.
Jerome's ruining that one. WANPL now you'll like this one, bro. WNPL now charges $15 entry to games.
Well, it ain't 25 at NPL Victoria, but there is a disparity in quality. So
Yeah.
that sounds about right. Not
All
happy.
right, two more. The last one's the big one. Second last. Heidelberg under-15s managed to get their first win against Bentley, and the reason this is big news for them is because last year they only had 3 points for the season.
Damn.
And that win got Heidelberg onto 5 points in only 5 rounds.
Well done,
So
guys.
congratulations, guys.
Great
Well
work.
done.
Great work.
Well done, boys.
Well done, boys.
And the last one,
Oh no.
and this is potentially a little bit more true, but again, I won't give a club, was told by my under-18s coach at State League Club X that a board member slept with one of the coach's wives, and there was a massive argument, so the board member left and took all the sponsors with him, resulting in them not competing in State League X this year. So you guys can read between the lines. I tried to work out whether that was true. Couldn't confirm it, so I have not read out which club that is, but potentially someone will be able to work that out.
Read the disclaimer. We didn't say that. For anyone that has a problem, go find out who said it, because we don't know.
We did not say it.
We did not say that
It's an
either.
allegation.
We ain't
You are
say that.
hearing
All
things.
allegations, man.
They're all allegations. Thank you for the roundup, Rash. What else do we have, man? Also, before we finish off the video, 5 stars on Spotify. Just do it. It's actually really easy. It's very, very self-sufficient, or whatever the word is. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Remember, we have amateur agents coming out on there and a bunch of vlogs as we're gearing up for the World Cup. Check out our Patreon. I know we said we're shit talking. We will still. We're just including the Socceroos segment over there. I think that'll do us, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Suited and booted. We out.